No autopsy was done. 7 days before he died, he bought a grave at one of the most guarded cemeteries in Paris. 3 days before he died, he was spotted walking around the cemetery. 1 day after he died, he was spotted at the airport in Paris. And 1 week after he died, someone by the name of Jim Morrison went to the Bank of America in San Francisco and made a hefty withdrawal. The teller at the bank actually recognized Jim's name and face, so he didn't ask for his ID because he knew who Jim Morrison was. The information gets a little more bizarre. Jim Morrison's death certificate says Douglas Morrison, and a second person wrote James underneath the name Douglas, which appears to be in a different person's handwriting. This death certificate has been examined by handwriting experts, and they conclude that it appears to be the handwriting of Jim Morrison. Whoa.
Weird. That's a lot of evidence. How come I've never heard of that one before? How come this is
because Elvis was way more famous, I guess, in the long run than Jim Morrison. I don't understand why. Yeah, the
or maybe evidence... Jim Morrison is just really good at hiding. Or what's his name now? Tony Lawson or something? What was his name?
William Lawyer.
William Lawyer. Yeah. William Lawyer is he's just walking around like.
Okay. I forgot about that.
Walking around with this horse.
I forgot about that horse. Which episode was that from? Anyway. No, I think that... Damn it. So, yeah, I mean, I had heard about the conspiracy about Jim Morrison and everything, but I didn't know about that particular detail about with the bank. So that's pretty fucking interesting.
There's a lot, yeah, and this is all from just this is all the claims of one man. But that William Lawyer name is pretty much in all the conspiracies involving Morrison. And further, it says Jim had on many occasions publicly expressed his desire to change his identity and to reappear as someone else. He was a big fan of poet Arthur Rimbaud, who faked his own death and relocated to Africa. He had a motive, as he was in big trouble back in the U.S. He was totally burnt out of the music business and the rock star status and success he had achieved. This might seem suspicious, to say the least. But there is a video that surfaced on September 10th, 2011, and claims to show a very much alive and homeless-looking Jim Morrison. And to prove that this is Jim Morrison, you got to hear this guy sing.
There be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, and let this be my solemn vow. Let there be peace on earth, let this be the moment now. With God as our Father, brothers all are we. Let me walk with my brother in perfect harmony. All right.
Yeah, that sounds like sounds like Jim Morrison.
Classic Doors.
Sounds like the N Train.
Yeah, that's just like
there's no way in hell
the Lizard King lives. No, yeah, of course not. The video description of this, it states, ran into Jim Morrison at a Little Italy festival in Schenectady, New York. Schenectady, whatever it is, Rob.
Schenectady.
Schenectady,
New York.
Schenectady.
He was his friendly self and even sung a song for YouTube. I don't know about this one. He's definitely no Elvis there or Jim Morrison. It's bad.
Well, if you wanted to get out of the music industry, that's how you do it. You just suck at singing.
Yeah,
it wasn't good. That
really can't sing anymore. The people all are sad.
I think all old dudes just look like old Jim Morrisons too. He's got a big beard. It could be even Jim Carrey doing his thing.
I'd be pretty stoked to find up looking like Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison did have a big beard at that time, like when he died.
Yeah.
Like
he is the Lizard King.
American
also.
Prayer. Yeah, right.
Just imagining Ron Burgundy stumbling around with a beard in San Diego and how I can't remember one of my friends saying that, like, yeah, don't you think that that Jim Morrison sounds like Ron Burgundy? I'm like, oh, I guess. So,
constantly, the way he sings especially. There's more videos of this guy too. This is a homeless man living in New York that he claims he's Jim Morrison, and there's also different variations of the William Lawyer story. I don't know. What do you guys think altogether about Jim Morrison?
Yeah, similar to the Elvis thing, I can totally see it being possible, like especially back then, where it's like there's so many more routes to hide things.
Easier.
And, like, there's a lot less ways to verify shit. So
Jude could verify. Back then, it was a lot easier to go OTG, right?
Jim Morrison is an OTG kind of guy.
Thank you. Off the grid for everyone else. Another musician that many claim faked his own death, there are a lot, and this is all seems to be musicians too, is rapper Tupac Shakur. Of course, most people know.
I was hoping we would do this.
This is a great one. And of course, most people know that Tupac was shot and killed on September 13th, 1996. But many believe that he, much like Elvis, much like kind of Jim Morrison, is very much alive and in hiding. And one of those people is none other than Suge Knight, music producer and man who hung Vanilla Ice over a hotel balcony to get the right size baby. And here's Suge Knight. I think he's calling from prison, and here he is telling Soledad O'Brien and Ice-T about Tupac.
When Pac died, if he really did,
If he really died, what do you mean by that?
I mean, when I left that hospital, me and Pac was laughing and joking. So I don't see how somebody can turn from doing well to doing bad.
So you seriously think that he might still be alive?
I'm gonna tell you this, Pac, you never know.
Oh, there you go.
Man.
There you go.
There you go.
All SVU at the end there. And
Dum-dum-dum.
you don't want to call Suge Knight a liar, so I'm going to say I believe everything he said, and I'll take it that he's leaving it open.
Well, yeah.
He doesn't believe that people can go from being good to being bad. He doesn't believe that can happen.
I saw the guy
Which
10
I
minutes
will
ago.
say.
I agree with him. I'm not going against Suge Knight. You guys are not shaking
No,
it.
I'm not calling him a
vanilla-icing this
liar. I don't think he's lying.
Of course, no one is.
I mean, like anybody can go from good condition to bad condition real quick. So, but not only just in a medical setting, like, yeah, it can happen. I mean, I've heard stories about some person who was shot in the head, walking around with a bullet in their head, didn't realize that they were like shot because their whole body was in shock, and then taken to the hospital. And the doctor's like, oh yeah, she's going to die in about an hour. She just doesn't know it yet.
I don't know. I'll see what Suge Knight has to say. I'm just going to agree with him for now.
Yeah, no, it's a real story.
Way crazier than like the Phineas Gage classic story of, this guy has a railroad spike going through his brain.
Oh,
we all see it. But like not knowing that he got shot in the head, it's like, oh damn.
Well, I mean, this person was on drugs. Like,
I was really annoyed yesterday, so I got
this story keeps getting crazier.
I've got a lot of stories from, anyway, no, it's just general. It's a real story. I swear to God.
We believe you, and we believe Suge more. But Suge Knight, he's not the only one that is claiming this. His son, Suge J. Knight, has also come forward with similar claims. Let's hear.
Suge J. Knight has been making a lot of headlines over the past 24 hours after he claimed on Instagram that Tupac was still alive and living in Malaysia. He posted this video saying he got it from an unnamed source and says that's a recent video of Tupac.
What? Okay. Suge has refuted claims that he's on drugs or that he is just saying this to get attention. Since posting that Tupac is alive, Suge now says the Illuminati is after him for saying too much. And he's posted videos like this claiming he's been chased.
Boy, I hate when that happens. The Illuminati. Then the video he does.
Chasing.
We'll have to post this video too. The video that Suge J. Knight shows, the guy does look a lot like an older Tupac. I do like this one a lot, this video from him.
I love that he's like Bigfoot. There's like videos of him.
There is.
Really blurry Tupac.
I've got some blurry Tupacs too coming. But before we get to that, there is more to this one. And here's the rest of the video where they show Suge J. Knight running from the Illuminati.
Get in the van, 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 close it, come on, let's go, we gotta go, you guys.
Jesus.
There's a boom pole in his car.
Yeah, so he's obviously filming something. All his posts on Instagram recently have been like he's putting on mics and stuff like that. So he's shooting something. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Shooting.
You think is he trolling everybody?
I think that's
legit?
like this video. Like, what is he doing? Like, he's running to a car, but he still has time to get out his phone and do an Instagram video. And yeah, there's another one on his Instagram where he's swearing too much, so we didn't air that one.
Yeah,
but yeah, he's sitting in his car. And he's got his phone like down here.
That's wild.
And so he says he's sitting at a red light, and he says, they're coming after me, and he says, I can't sit here waiting for this red light. And he starts to drive again. So apparently he went through a red light to get away from the Illuminati.
As a proponent of vehicular safety, I cannot support these tactics of running red lights just because the Illuminati is around.
I was just thinking about that today, about your how obsessed your family is with safety. So I'm glad you had to speak up on that.
This triggered me definitely when running red lights. Don't do it. It can wait. If he is trolling, though, he should do so while maintaining safe driving practices. That's all I have to say on that.
There's no reason why you can't be safe. Yeah.
If you're going to run red lights, don't have like a 12-foot boom mic pole coming out the window. Like, what the hell is that part about?
It is weird. When he is
going to cause problems.
I figured that would set off Rob, too. Just being like, wait, what? There's a boom mic pole
in the car?
It's like, out of the shot. Get it out of the shot. Come on.
Well, they're in a hurry, guys. It adds to the legitimacy of the whole thing. Like, oh, this is real.
And just because he's posting Tupac stuff, that's what it's going to get the Illuminati to actually come out and go after people like this. It's just the idea of Tupac being alive. I don't know. And going after Suge Knight's son, that doesn't even seem smart. You want to hear about blurry stuff? There is some blurry Tupac footage. There was a rap video from the artist Chillo for the song Amsterdam to L.A., where Pac is seen briefly in the backseat of a car, blurry, smoking a cigarette. Yes, there is. You can look at this video, and people believe that this blurry, smoky image in the back is Tupac. There's also
they're saying he was in a music video.
Yeah,
somebody else's music video.
He's in the backseat of a car of a music video, and they just pan at the people in the backseat, and one of them is Tupac, and it's very brief.
Why would he ever do that though?
I mean,
I don't know. All eyes on him.
Like
I don't know.
Exactly. Good one. I mean, sometimes it's like times where people take a picture and you're like in the background and you're Canon and you're like, God damn it.
This is a music video. This is filmed. I don't know. He's just hanging out with these guys. There are also supposed
he didn't mean to be there.
There's also images of Tupac partying with Madonna and Rihanna as recently as 2018. What? I'm not lying. There's videos.
That's Illuminati. That could be Illuminati.
Exactly.
Yes, you're totally lying, Russ. You're lying.
Nope. It's out
there.
Yeah,
it's the Illuminati.
So I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people have heard this, but I got to ask, what's you guys' opinion on Tupac being alive?
I mean, I would really, really, really like to think so. But I mean, for selfish reasons, because I just want to hear more Tupac, but he's obviously not going to make more music, because if he's going to, pretend to be dead, he's going to stick to it.
Yeah, but wasn't the whole thing about Tupac was like he had 12,000 songs that he never released, as if that was even possible, and he's going to keep releasing them. He could have just been like, just tell him that. So every time I write a song and put it out, and it's like he's talking about Trump, like, wait, I thought this was like a 20-year-old song. Wait, hold on.
Dave Chappelle, that's not your wife.
He also very vocally prophesized about his own death, and he rapped about faking his death. Like that's part of why this whole myth has kind of developed over the years and become such a thing, because he kind of conjured it up before he even died. He was rapping about disappearing, and he would do things like talk about Nostradamus, and like he was into some other shit, like some unexplainable spiritual shit, and he said things that made it even more questionable now that you think about it with this whole conspiracy.
Wasn't he also shot after he did something with B.I.G.? And that's when that whole shot shit came out.
Yeah,
time and like this whole thing. So like he was, really big on beefing up his security after that, and paranoid about being assassinated.
Yeah, there was like a serious battle going on at the time. Street war happening, and he was in the middle of it.
I heard that was also just like mostly propagated by the media just to kind of drive up sales. Albums, that they actually all got along pretty well, but that it was just more, it would make the music more popular and the albums would sell better if they acted like they had like this kind of East Coast, West Coast beef going on.
Not a lot of Biggie sightings. I want to see Biggie showing up in some blurry Biggie and some videos. It's not happening.
It'd be pretty hard to miss, I think.
That's the thing. Yeah, no. Tupac, I don't know why every third guy looks like Tupac, but there's not a lot of Biggies out there. I don't know.
No.
But another celebrity that many think is still alive is founder of Apple, Steve Jobs. Now, this is a more, kind of recent one, but I know you might be going, what? Steve Jobs still alive? Well, here is a hard-hitting news segment on his death conspiracy.
A photo of a man having a coffee at an outdoor cafe in Cairo, Egypt is going viral. And that's because the man in the photo looks literally exactly like Steve Jobs, leading some people to believe he faked his death and is living out the rest of his life in Egypt. What is gravy? You're watching Inform Overload. We do the news, we make it entertaining. I'm Charlotte. Don't rate, subscribe.
Okay, entertaining. All right. What the hell is this? Play soundboard 3.
I like her.
We do the news, we make it entertaining.
All right. See, we can use that.
Awful. I love it.
Look, when we got some news coming up, I'm going to say, look, we're going to do some news, but
we do the news, we make it entertaining.
Let's just start every episode with that instead of like at the end of your intro, instead of learn to unlearn everything you know, just say here on the program where we do the news and we make it entertaining.
Yeah. And then we cough, and then someone flushes the toilet.